I am working on now blending two fine fibers. So I have some Rambouillet that I've washed and also some really pretty alpaca that I've washed. And alpaca is sort of notorious as a flyaway fiber. And also, if you've ever knitted or worn a garment that was made of 100% alpaca yarn, it tends to grow a little bit over time. It just doesn't have the same amount of springiness or resiliency that the wool fiber has. So I'm going to blend these two together, and I'm using a dark alpaca and a white wool so that you can see how that blend works together, how I get it homogenized so it's a nice even blend. But what I want to do before I card it is open up the fiber so that it will feed nicely onto the drum, and that will help prevent neps and noils. And I also want to get rid of any little bits of dirt at the tips and any little second cuts that might be stuck to the cut end of the fiber. So with the teasing tool, I just go ahead and pull the fiber through the card cloth. I'm going to flip it around now and do the other side. And I don't know if you can see, but there's lots of little noils down there. I don't want those in my yarn. I'd rather have them stuck to the teasing tool. So now I've got a nice lock, got a little bit more tippy stuff in there that I can run through the carder. And so I'm going to run a layer of this through first, and then I'll put the alpaca on top of that. I'm just going to feed the Rambouillet in. I'm going to go a little bit slower with these fine springy fibers. You want to give it time to get onto the drum there without snapping back. You don't want that. That's what creates neps in your yarn. So I'll just get a nice little layer of this on there. It's really pretty fiber. Okay. I've got a little bit of the wool on there. I'm going to aim for about a 50-50 blend, but this is a, just kind of an experiment to see how I like the way that fiber behaves. More. Okay. So I'm just going to keep layering these two fibers, mixing in a little bit of alpaca and a little bit of Rambouillet, and then we'll see what we have when we're done. Rambouillet and alpaca, and I've run it through the carder actually 3 times. I did an initial layering of the fiber, and then I ran that through again once and blended it, and it still wasn't quite the way I wanted it, so I've run it through a 3rd time, and now I think I'm pretty much happy with the results. You can see it's a fairly homogeneous blend. I'll just pull that off. And that's the end result. So this is about a 50-50 blend. You may want to do like, I don't know, 70% alpaca and 30% wool. That's up to you, of course. But I'm pretty happy with this. I think it'll be a nice soft yarn, and it'll have the good qualities of both those fibers, both the alpaca and the Rambouillet.